In my last video, I showed how I built a mobile solar panel platform to supplement my electric usage after getting a really high electric bill. So I thought I would come back and let you see what I have done so far and the results. However, before I proceed, I want to strongly encourage you to check channels like Will Prowse or City Prepper on how to set up your solar panels, because you are dealing with electricity and there is always danger if things are not done correctly. Once I got the 4-panel platform in place, you can see how I built it from the video. A high electric bill forced me to build a mobile solar platform. I used my hurricane power stations as storage for the energy I collected from the panels. After a few days, I checked my usage and it dropped enough that I decided to order 2 additional panels to bring my total potential output to 600 watts. I was more than happy to learn that the price of panels had remained pretty much the same for what I paid back in February. I got 2 eco-worthy 100-watt bifacial panels for $106 out the door when I paid $105 back in February. Getting the new panels meant I needed to build a second platform, only this time for 2 panels. The process was pretty much like the build for the larger 4-panel setup, only requiring a little less lumber. Like I did with the first setup, I made a temporary stand to see how well the new panels charged while I worked. All I needed to do was cut one 2x4 in half for the length of the panel frame. Then cut a second for the inside width. The same measurements and process applied to the 2x2 top portion that would hold the new panels. The main difference for the smaller frame is that I only needed 1 inside support on top to hold the 2 panels. I also only needed 2 hinges rather than the 3 I used in the larger frame. Once that was done, it was simply a matter of putting on the 1x4 bottom support for the panels, and the frame was pretty much done. I put the new panels on the frame to confirm the fit and called it a day because dark clouds were beginning to form and rain was in the forecast. The next day, I was ready to complete the build and remove the panels from the almost completed frame. I really like these bifacial panels because even when lying flat, they continued to charge the power station while I worked. I put on the 10-inch wheels and then only needed to add 1 support by screwing in a hole for the swinging screw and washers, along with another hole to allow me to store the support away when I wanted the panels to lay flat. and I was done. I did go back and reinforce the back corners on the larger platform using scrap wood to prevent movement as I shifted the panels around. With all 6 panels in place, I could test how well the setup worked. I wanted to put power stations in heavy power use locations. I learned that your average TV can consume anywhere from 50 to over 200 watts depending on the size. So I put one power station in the den adjacent to the kitchen, where I spend a lot of time watching movies or TV. All the related items, including lights, were connected to a strip that was then connected to a power station. The second power station went into my bedroom that has another TV where I might watch or read before bed. The smallest power station went into my office just to run lights. After a few days, I checked my usage on the utility website and discovered before the solar setup, my daily usage varied from 32 to 54 kilowatt hours per day. I was already using solar outside for things like my porch light, so that didn't figure in the new calculations. By using the solar panels, I dropped my average use down to between 6 and 9 kilowatt hours per day. Or, to put it another way, I went from almost 1,000 kilowatt hours per month down to a projected usage of around 300 kilowatt hours, which is a 70% drop in usage. And the only thing I'm doing different is each day topping off the power stations with the solar panels. If you're anything like me, I'm sure your next question is, what will I do on days when there's no sun? As part of my hurricane preparedness for backup, I also have 2 100 amp hour lithium phosphate batteries that I can use to charge the power stations and then recharge them once the sun returns. Next, there's the question of how long can the power stations last? Lithium phosphate batteries are projected to give you around 2,000 recharges, and that divided by 365, the number of days in a year, works out to 4 to 5 years. But even at 2 years, the technology should have dramatically improved for more efficiency. I'll also add that I didn't pay full price for the power stations or the batteries, but waited for things like Prime Days or specials to get the lowest price possible. Overall, I have to say that I am pleased that I finally got around to installing the solar panels, and kicking myself that I hadn't done it sooner. See you next time.